Producer, children's book author, but the role that keeps him busiest, well, being a dad. I got the chance to talk with Neil Patrick Harris about how he's helping out classrooms this year. The facial hair, the mustache is luxurious and fantastic. I'm extremely jealous.
Thank you very much. I wish I was not donning it. It's not a disguise.
No.
I'm filming a movie in Montreal, a feature film that takes place in the late 60s, early 70s, and I'm playing a real-life guy who had a mustache, so.
Why are you partnering with Quaker Chewy here today? Tell us a little bit about this initiative.
Yeah, the initiative's cool and pretty timely. My husband and I have twin kids who are almost 9 years old, and they're just starting the third grade. And so education and teachers and what kind of education they're getting is very important to the two of us. So Quaker Chewy, the Quaker Chewy bars, I assume you've had them. They're quite delicious. They have this initiative, asked me to partner up with them. It's pretty simple. It supports teachers. If you buy a box of your favorite Chewy brand and you go to choosechewy.com website, you enter the UPC code that's on the box, then Quaker's going to donate $1 to adoptaclassroom.org, this fantastic organization. And they'll do this all through the month of September, up to $250,000 they will donate. And all of the money goes to resources for teachers. And one thing I didn't quite realize, I mean, I knew that there was a discrepancy with teachers' salaries. I feel like they should be getting paid a lot more, but that's a different conversation. But teachers themselves end up out of pocket. 96% of teachers wind up spending over $700 a year on their own school supplies and classroom upgrades and stuff. So adoptaclassroom.org will give all of this money, up to $250,000, up to $250,000, which sounds like a game show, to teachers in need and being able to help them and empower them. And it seemed like a super great, easy yes for me as someone to talk about something like this.
Awesome. And I mean, one of the things that we feel right here, even in the Midwest, I have a kindergarten daughter, and her teacher has had to crowdsource out a lot of the school supplies that she uses in the classroom. And my fifth grader, not so much, but it's definitely something that happens here. And like you said, I agree 100%. Teachers need to be paid totally more, but it's a separate conversation in itself. Thinking back to maybe some of your schooling, what's maybe one of your teachers or one of your classes that you would have wanted to see win the $500 in school supplies?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the school supplies thing, because when you go to choosechewy.com, you can also nominate teachers that you find special and unique in some way, and they'll be entered into a sweepstakes separate from the adoptaclassroom.org money, and teachers will win $500 in school supplies just for them individually. For me, I grew up in a tiny town in New Mexico where there wasn't a lot of arts. There wasn't a theater scene, really. Plays were performed at kind of the golf club. And so I had music teachers and a choir director, specifically a guy named Churchill Cook, who encouraged boys and girls to sing, to perform, which is kind of a scary thing to do when you're in middle school, in front of your peers, and made it seem cool and fun and empowering.
It was really cool to hear him tell that story. I've read Neil Patrick Harris's autobiography, which is a choose-your-own-adventure, by the way, so it's very cool. He told that story in the book, and to get to chat with him was really neat. Especially, he talked a little bit about part that didn't make air was his Tony's intro from a few years back. It was legendary. I'll just leave it at that. Belinda.